It's Jim Monaghan here at 105.5 WDHA on the Morning Jolt. It is a rite of winter for us, and it's back. Tickets going on sale today for the Light of Day Winterfest 2022. The event taking place January 7th through the 17th. We have with us this morning the executive director of the Light of Day Foundation, Tony Pallagrosi. Tony, good morning and welcome to WDHA again.
Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
I'm good. This is a wild lineup that you've got. It's got to be great to finally be doing this again in person after everything that's gone on. How difficult was it to get back up and put all this in motion for 2022?
Well, this is what I do for a living. So it was a welcome relief, really, to me to be able to do this, because I know it's going to be to our fans and the supporters of Light of Day. And I know it's definitely that the musicians feel that way. Everybody wants to get back out on stage, and everybody who has been a part of Light of Day for the last 23 years definitely wants it to happen again. So we're crossing our fingers and we're proceeding as if there are no impediments.
And a bunch of great locations, as per usual: Asbury Park, Red Bank, Montclair, New York City, and Rockland County. The tickets going on sale this morning at 10 o'clock. It's come such a long way from the, 22 years ago, was it, at the Stone Pony?
Actually,
with a bunch of unsigned acts.
Yeah, it was, we did the first one 23 years ago in Red Bank, upstairs at a place called the Downtown that I think is no longer there. And it was basically a birthday party thrown for Bob, who had just been diagnosed with early onset Parkinson's.
And Bob is being Bob Benjamin for our listeners who aren't aware. Yeah,
exactly. Band manager and just a great music aficionado from the Jersey state. So we threw a birthday party for him to pick up his spirits. And he said, well, why don't we pass the hat for the Parkinson's Disease Foundation in New York? Because they've been very helpful, turning me on to doctors and therapies and all of that. And we did. So we collected $2,000 that night. 2 years later, it turned into the Light of Day officially. And then 22 years later, we're over $6 million.
That's incredible. Yeah, the work that Bob has done. And I have a bit of a personal stake in this because we lost my mom 2 years ago to Parkinson's. It's an insidious disease, and what it does is just, it's horrible. It's just horrible. And what Bob has done, and I haven't seen Bob in a number of years, but he and I go back a long way. And what he has done with this diagnosis and just refusing to give in and just keep going. $6 million that's not a drop in the bucket, Tony. That's an extraordinary amount of money that he's raised.
Well, for a bunch of citizens just banding together with an idea and a purpose, and with this heart and soul and the drive of Bob Benjamin, setting the tone, we did something. The problem is that 23 years ago when we started, we certainly thought by now we wouldn't have to do this anymore. And unfortunately, we do have to do it. And we've also expanded our purview in terms of the diseases that we create programs for and we support in different ways with funding. And it's not only Parkinson's now, but it's also PSP and ALS. And these are diseases that hit us all personally in one way or another. So they're called Parkinsonisms, and we decided just to kind of expand the palette of what we were doing.
Tony Pallagrosi, he's the executive director of the Light of Day Foundation, is with us this morning here at 105.5 WDHA. Give us a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the artists who will be participating this year, Tony.
Well, we'll have Joe Grishecki and the House Rockers, Jesse Malin, Willie Nile, Joe Durso and Stone Caravan, Matt O'Ree, Billy Walton, who used to play guitar with the Jukes, James Maddock, and a number of other great Jersey and New York and Philadelphia regional and local bands. We'll have over 100 artists performing in, about 14 locations in the cities that you mentioned.
Tickets on sale today. Light of Day Winterfest 2022, January 7th through the 17th. And again, the locations: Asbury Park, Red Bank, Montclair, New York City, Rockland County. You can get the tickets at thebasie.org, the Count Basie Theater box office, or Ticketmaster. And again, thank you so much, Tony, for joining us this morning. Best of luck. And I know our listeners are going to be excited about this.
Well, we're excited to be there, and we're excited to welcome these folks that we haven't seen in person in 2 years. So, it's going to be a great get together, and God willing, we'll raise a lot of money for the cause. And God willing, someday I'll be able to say to you and to everyone who's listening that we don't have to do this anymore.